the man himself, Curtis Head, up at the start. We are just about to get underway with our women's and junior skateboard.
We've got 2 heats. Heat 1, Emily Pross, Marcy Morgan, Teresa Gilchrist, Katrina Vogel, Dion Wee. Heat 2, Lauren Whipperman, Lexi, Nashley, R.M. Jung, Samantha Marteller, and Katie Edwards.
All right, it's kind of a dumb question, maybe an obvious question. Who do you have for the women's skateboard?
Well, I'm looking at the qualifying times here. Emily Pross is about 20 seconds ahead of anybody else.
All right, so 20 seconds isn't too bad. You know, if she falls down several times on her way down the hill, somebody might have a chance to catch up to her.
I don't think she's going to fall.
I don't think so either. Emily Pross putting up a 3:08.468, an absolutely epic time for her. I tell you, just emotionally, who I'm rooting for is some of our Asian women that came over. We did not have events in the Asian continent for forever. There was 1 or 2 here and there that just never really picked up. This year they've done several events, and these riders are now starting to travel internationally and attend races, and their skill level is going from intermediate to expert. I mean, the next year or 2, you guys are going to see all the Asian contingent coming over for all classes, and putting up great times and being competitive for podium finishes.
Well, coming over all the way to Washington, you know, it's not too cool today. It is cool, but it's not. It's definitely warm.
It is warm. Luckily, it hasn't heated up as quick as it did yesterday, but we are expecting 106 degrees for a high today. So
triple digits, huh?
The girls are getting a little bit lucky this morning because they get to go in a little bit cooler, a little bit lower road temperature, but Tian Wee, I'm sure, is not used to the high plains, 106-degree weather here. So interested to see how she'll do. She put up a time of 3 minutes 47 seconds, so she has a long way to go, but excited to see her here.
Looks like they're on the hill.
All right, our girls are underway, just getting past their kick and through that first corner. That's Lauren and Ashley. All right, it looks like we started with Heat 2. So our Heat 2, Lauren Whipperman, Lexi Locke, Nashley, Arium Jung. I apologize for that, Samantha and Katie.
Nashley looks like she's going around that for that pass in the spaghetti.
Just checking up just a little bit. Lauren Whipperman, freshly off the market, holding on to the lead in the early stages of the race here. These are going to be 6-man, 6-women brackets, top 3 advancing. So right now, Ashley's rounding out that top 3 and in a place to advance. We'll see how they fare by the time they get down here to Cowsers.
Yeah, looks like we got a drag race here in the ambulance turn.
Lauren's keeping that tuck. She's staying low. She's staying out of that air, but Ashley's coming on in.
Ashley's looking for it.
Lauren keeping her tuck low and tight in those corners, but not necessarily taking the most inside line possible.
Somebody's looking for just barely a mistake. A little wobble, little
any wobble, any bobble.
Variation.
It'll change up that top. It'll definitely change up the top 2. Ashley's dropped back just a little bit behind him now, maybe 5-7 yards.
Battle for first right here. These 2 are looking to advance and put a stamp on it.
With the top 3 advancing, Ashley looked like she was in a pretty safe spot, but she's quickly being caught up by our 4th place rider. 4th place rider did take a pretty wide turn into that, though, so we'll see how much time and how much distance that cost. All right, we can see him coming around the left-hand corner here before they get to Cowsers. It'll give us about 20-25 seconds before we see him down here at the final corner. Lauren still holding on to her lead pretty comfortably. Let's see how Natalie's fared and see if fourth place is caught up to her, if she's been able to hold that position the whole way down.
As we've seen all day today, anything can happen in between there and here.
It is the steepest part of the course after Cowser, so there's a little bit of acceleration, a chance to get on the inside on this left-hand corner.
We're looking for a battle for third.
Natalie's dropped back to fourth. Natalie's going to have to cut in here, get into the top three to advance out. She's taking the line.
Oh, big crash.
Into the hay. Natalie advancing out. A little bit of frustration on that one, but she looks to be okay.
She's okay.
She's got the arms up. She's
everybody.
okay.
Don't forget your skateboard.
All right, we should have about another minute 30, minute 40 seconds before this second heat gets down here. Still comfortably being led by Emily Pross.
Go, winner! Fighting! All at once for Virginia? Woo!
Got it, Emily.
All right. I'm sending him, Curtis. All right, no touching the tape. Everything behind the tape. Okay. Racers ready. Racers set. Go.
Get it, push, 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 come on!
All right, the second heat on course. Emily Pross again putting up a 3:08, followed by Marcy Morgan with 3:28. Closely behind her, Teresa Gilchrist with 3 minutes 30 seconds. Rounding out the bottom two, Katrina at 3:39, and Dayon Wee coming over to the U.S., making her debut here at Maryhill with a 3:47.508. All right, we should have about another minute 30, minute 40 seconds before this second heat gets down here. Still comfortably being led by Emily Pross. We should only be about 30 seconds away.
Here comes Emily. Out of Cowser's coming in the last lefty.
Well, that means we should be about 30 seconds away from everybody else coming down. Emily Pross just cruising to an easy heat victory. Our next two coming down. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Get up. Top three are qualifying through. Get on that board and go. Still got a chance to make it through to the final. A little slick here at the bottom as it's heating up. The road does change. And our final two rounding it out there. We got one more. Making it comfortably around that last corner and crossing the finish line. Similar to the Classic Luge and the Grand Masters, top three will be advancing out. Bottom three will immediately go into a Consi bracket. Come the next round, we're going to run the Consis first for women in the women's final. Danny Connor, why don't you tell us a little bit about our sponsors? Give a little plug out here. Without these sponsors, this event would not have been possible. These guys are a huge help to putting on a race to this size and magnitude.
You're definitely correct, David Dean. We've got Subsonic. Thank you guys so much coming out here and making trophies for pretty much everything.
Everything. Best partier, best crash.
I don't know about that. And we've got Loaded Orangutan. Thank you guys.
Xavier Racing with the racing gloves. Ionic Flux that has a steel and ceramic ball lube for your bearings.
Ronin Trucks from Southern California. Glendora Mountain Road.
All right, and then put it all on together here. Street Lounge Productions. We got our two organizers, Chris Bride and Darius Escobar.
Let's not forget Sector 9 out of San Diego.
And
They're
Sector
one of the
9.
sponsors.
All right, and they're on track. It looks like we have our women's Conti final. Ooh, and coming off to a big lead there, a little look back, let her know she was all on her own.
There's 2.3 miles. There's quite a bit of room. We'll see what happens.
All right, they're through the first couple corners here. They're going to start to get set up into a big left-hander. And there goes that big lead already, just through the first couple corners.
We're looking at a battle for 5th right here. Grabbing that rail, hanging on. Coming into backbreaker.
DC corner.
Wow. Little contact right there. That's what happens, though. Rubbing is racing.
That's what happens to spaghetti. Get a little wobble. You got to get your position for this big left because you're coming up to your only straightaway. There's relatively no wind up at the top, though. We're getting a little bit of breeze down here, but this straightaway is going to be a great chance for these girls to get in their tuck, get in a draft, and start changing positions around before they come into ambulance corner.
Yeah, here they come into that straight. We've definitely got a leader out in front. How far do you think?
I don't know. As soon as the camera zooms out, we'll see her lead. She started third and quickly, but like I said, by that first couple set of corners, she had moved up into first.
Tuck knee grab and rail.
Oh, yeah.
Into
Sizable
the repeaters.
lead. Great line through that. And then that'll be diving into the first set of the repeaters. Comfortable lead. It looks like only third and fourth might be close enough to each other to really start the battle, but even they're starting to space out. These girls might space out and just run down the hill close to their qualifying times, a few seconds apart. All right, our women's Conti's coming through Cowsers. Getting ready to straighten up and come into a little dip here, pick up some speed before the final left-hander.
They should be coming around soon, everybody. Give it up.
Give it up for our girls, guys. You guys will be coming down the hill. We can see them now. Into the flags. This is for the lead of our women's Conti. Our two girls clearly walking away from the rest of the pack there. Battling it out right to the end. Ooh, who's the bottom of the Conti? Holding that inside line, getting close, pushing up to the line.
Good racing.
All right, excellent race for our women's Conti, but now we're on to our women's final.
I get in a lane of shadow. Really not.
Now?
People always compare me to her. I'm like, there's no comparison.
Oh, and a false start on the women's final. Getting called back, didn't get a chance to see who was. Danny, did you get to see who false started there?
I did not. I believe it could have been Ashley.
Yeah, she was pretty quick to pull up. We're waiting for a second start on our women's final.
Here goes the women's final.
Lauren had a monster kick the first time. Lauren Whipperman went out to a big lead. Let's see if she has it. No, Emily
She's
Pross.
trying. There goes Emily, though.
Still a great kick, but Emily Pross out kicking her by a good little clip there at the beginning. But now we're on to our women's final. No surprise there. Emily Pross into a big lead.
She had a great push off the start.
Excellent push. She's always had a great push. It's only gotten faster. Lauren Whipperman had an epic push her first round, not in the same heat as Emily Pross. Once she got next to Emily Pross still took her on that.
Here she comes in the ambulance.
Nice big lead. Counting it out as a 4-second lead. I expect her to stretch that 4-second lead out to 8 to 10 seconds by the bottom. No problem.
We've got a massive shout out for Nashley.
See if they'll zoom in here, see where we can see where she's at. So Emily Pross in first, Lauren Whipperman in second. Third, fourth, and fifth relatively close to each other. I got a hunch they're gonna be mixing up a little bit. Let's see where Nashley's cheer.
Yeah, we
cheer
could have
supporters
a
wonder
drag
where
race
she's
on our
at.
hands.
Emily Pross just as smooth and calm as can be.
Wow. It's looking close
It's
here.
a battle for third there.
Full-blown drag race.
Nashley, I don't know, doing the same thing she did in her first heat, checking up a little bit in some of these straighter sections where she had a chance to pass. She checked up a little bit. Instead of passing, that actually cost her a position. Looks like she's about fifth right there, but right next to fourth and not far away from
Here
third.
comes
Chance to be on the
Emily
podium.
Howsers. She's looking good.
Nashley still holding on to fifth with a shot at fourth in relative close position. Third, she still has a shot at a podium. First and second look like they're
Give
pretty
it up
secure.
for Emily, everyone.
Emily Pross coming through with the easy
Oh,
win
here
in
comes
the women's
a
skateboard.
real race here.
Lauren cruising through easy second. Third,
Little
fourth, and fifth
wob.
still close. If everyone holds lines, they're going to hold their position. And there is your women final. No surprise there. Emily Pross walking away with it. Lauren looking faster and faster all weekend. Lauren did a great job. Stayed relatively a lot closer to Emily than her qualifying time would have suggested, taking an easy second.
Yeah, I'm glad to see everyone come through clean. No crashes. Look great.
Nice and easy. The skill level of the girls is just unparalleled compared to what it was 10 years ago, what it was 5 years ago.